Okay, this is probably my least favorite part of the turning because it's the most boring. But it has to be done because I have never made a bowl where I didn't need to sand it to remove some of the tool marks unless I wanted a really rustic look, and I really don't. I like them to be a little bit more finished. First point, creates a lot of dust. You do not want to breathe the dust. If you don't have a dust collector of some sort, then your lungs become the dust collector, and that creates all sorts of respiratory problems. So this is a sanding hood that I made. With me standing in front of it, everything goes between me and inside, and the bowl is totally mounted inside there, so I can sand for 6 hours a day. I initially tested it out without wearing the dust mask just to see how well it worked. I sanded black walnut for 6 hours. I know this is a little gross. Go ahead and blow your nose at the end of the day, and there's absolutely no sawdust up my nose. That's a huge factor for me. I don't like wearing the positive pressure dust mask. There are several of them out there. Conventional dust mask does not seal around a beard, so having something like this just takes a lot of the work out of the day. And this essentially was a 55-gallon food grade drum. Food grade meaning white. I got it from a place in town that makes honey products. Sometimes the beverage companies will make them, and you can find them on Craigslist. So this was a barrel. First step in making this, cut the end of the barrel off. The second step, cutting this face off. So I'm left with a little bit more than half of the barrel in here. The next step was to cut a hole for the housing for the headstock on my lathe. Basically just keeps everything enclosed. And cut a piece of plywood to match the inside radius of that. A little piece of wood here. This is a piece of acrylic or some sort of cheap vinyl. I don't know what it was. You know, that was in their scrap bin they sold to me for a good price, and this kind of helps keep this rigid. So this keeps an enclosed box, and this lets lots of light through. This is the vent where my dust collector sucks all the dust out of the inside of it. This is like a floor vent, I guess. I don't really know where I got this one. I just found it in my scrap pile. Dust collector hose hooks on the back there. That will suck everything out of here. Works very, very efficiently. My lathe is actually a 25-inch lathe. The barrel was about 24 inches in diameter, but I have one piece of wood down there to fit in the ways to keep it in place, and another couple pieces of plywood here to get up to height so it's fairly well centered on my headstock.